today's video, I'll be talking about different types of computer cases. So for example, this is a computer case from I think 2001 or 2002. This computer is a Pentium 4. I think it's a 2.0 gigahertz. It's I think it's the, let's see, socket 423 Pentium computer. This type of case design had existed for quite a while, I think since the 1990s. And I have another computer which I will show you, which is even older. This is a Gateway E3400. This is from I think 2000 or something. It's a pretty old computer. This one has a Pentium 3 1.2 gigahertz processor in it. This is a Gateway. I have another computer here. This is a computer that I put together back in 2013. This computer. I have another one here. This is a computer I put together back in 2014. It uses the same type of layout. Here's the case. Here's a 5 1/4 inch drive bay. There's two of them, except there's no 3 1/2 inch bay on this computer and the other one. So on the old computers, you had a 3 1/2 inch bay. You could put, actually some of them, a lot of them had two 3 1/2 inch bays, and this one has two 5 1/4 inch bays as well. And here's another computer here. This is from I think this is from 2011 or something. This is a Dell Precision T3500. As you can see, this has the same kind of conventional layout. This is a case, a tower case. You have a 3 1/2 inch bay here and two 5 1/4 inch bays, and that's how computer case design was like from, I guess, as early as 1990 to, I guess, up to 2000 and I would say 2018. And I have another case here. This computer has a Pentium 4 3.0 gigahertz processor with hyper-threading in it. And this computer I bought back in 2005. So this is has a pretty conventional layout, except this one has two 3 1/2 inch bays for floppy drives. As you can see, I have no floppy drives here, because by 2005 there was really no need for having any 3 1/2 inch high density floppy disks, because the storage was way too small for 1.2 or 1.44 megabytes. Wasn't enough space for anything back in 2005. So it has four 5 1/4 inch bays. This has quite a lot of 5 1/4 inch bays, and this one has one rear exhaust fan for 80 millimeters, a side 80 millimeter intake for intake fan, has two 80mm intake fans as well. So basically a lot of the fans that were used in these older computer cases had only 80mm fans basically. And the newer ones, which I will show you, like this is the latest one that I got. This one I got in 2014. This is for a i7 4790K. This one has two, actually is it 2 or 3? It's got 3 5.25" bays, and there are no 3.5" bays here. And this one has I think one 120mm exhaust fan and two 120mm intake fans, and one side 120mm intake fan, and it also has two 120mm exhaust fans on the top. So this one has a lot of fans. This one is a more modern design that I got this year in 2024, around, I think it was May when I got this computer. This one has two 140mm intake fans. You could put two 140mm fans on the top for exhaust fans. It has one 120mm, I think it's a 140mm exhaust fan, and this one has no 5.25" bays. It also has no 3.5" bays. There are no bays like this one, you see. There's no need for 5.25" bays because people don't use optical discs anymore. Everything is downloaded now. So that's what I want to share with you about case designs from, I guess, 1990s to today. Is that today's cases don't have a need for optical discs. And but the computer that I put together in 2014, well, I do have a Blu-ray optical disc in there, and I use it to watch Blu-ray movies. Other than that, there's really no need for 5.25" drives, because like I said, on the computer everything is just downloaded through the internet. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you have any thoughts, you could leave it in the comment section below. And thank you for watching.